Welcome to BCB Live. I'm Sir Rick. Drive safe, Dave.
Drive safe, Dave.
Did you forget who you were?
No, I was doing more drama. I was waiting for a little bit of pause, a little drama pause there.
Do you want me to zoom in next time so that we can get the close-up?
Drive safe. We go back a decade.
Okay.
If we go back 20 years ago.
Okay.
There's so many different things. I mean,
before you were born.
Yeah, let's talk about electronic logs and some things that I'm thankful for about the electronic log. I'm thankful that it allowed our drivers that ability to get that rest that they needed, that they didn't have to plan their day based on when that DOT officer was going to pull you over, that when that scale house was open or not, didn't have to lie on their logs to make up for that detention that they were sitting at that dock or the traffic. I'm thankful that electronic log allows you and us to see what actually happens, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that as a driver, it was expected that you did something. You did lie on your logs. It was expected. And if you didn't, you just weren't that super trucker, right? You just weren't the driver that everyone needed you to be. And you were expected, and you may not lie outright. But look, we always found time to get the load unloaded. We always found time to go park somewhere. We always found time to get up, get our pre-trip done, and get out on the road. We always found that little bit of time on that paper log that because they were in 15-minute increments. Oh, we can fudge 15 minutes. There's no smaller section in the log. So there was always this deal, but now electronic logs themselves, to me, more than anything, it has done a couple of things. Number one, it has done what you said, leveled the playing field. Everybody pretty much does what needs to be done. It is what it is. And two, they actually see what drivers do.
Yes. For
For the first time in the industry, you can actually look at the data and understand the driver's difficulty in all of it. It was a learning curve, right? So Rick, when we first got electronic logs and we dealt with them.
Well, because you're used to every driver running 11 hours.
Oh yeah.
Right at
65 miles an hour.
Whatever that was. That's how many miles they got. And all of a sudden, the electronic logs came and we saw traffic for the first time. We were able to see traffic and we didn't understand it.
And also you talk about it, not only what's the truck themselves, how they've changed dramatically, but also the communication that's opened up. I would say in the last 20 to 25 years, we've been better at communicating in so many ways, not with the cell phones. I mean, before then we had pay phones and we had drop packs that you dropped in the deal with the logs and old trip packs.
Oh, yes.
But you know what? It's created a new environment in which we have instant communication, not only with the e-logs, but we can communicate well. We can find maps. We can get weather. The communication has just exploded in the ability to us be better at what we do.
Saudi Arabia, is that where they have the big camel beauty contest?
Yeah, well, that's probably where it would make sense.
Think about this. So big crackdown in Saudi Arabia on the camel beauty contest. First of all, who would have known there was such a thing?
Well,
did you know that?
Of course.
Oh, come on.
Of course I did.
Who knows there's a beauty contest for a camel? So tell me.
Okay. I wouldn't have actually called it. I would have called it a beauty. I would have called it we have the same stock shows here. We have the same thing in almost every country in the world. Why would they not have them
So
there?
where's the inchworm at then? You know so much, Drive Safe. Where's the inchworm beauty contest at?
Stock shows that show pigs, sheep, cows, right? All that. We have stock shows that get blue ribbons for the way they look.
Yeah, but a camel,
we don't have camels here. We don't use them here. Do we use them here? What do we cross? The Mojave with the camel or an 18-wheeler group? What do we cross the desert with?
All right, so $66 million in prize money. Producer, I'm talking to you now because Drive Safe Dave already knew that as well.
Know that.
He follows all these things.
I did not know
the Westminster Kennel, the camel show.
I did not know it was $66 million. Okay.
Remind me to consult you next time there's a horse race going on because I need to know all the inside information.
I'll give you the inside
tip. He is a wealth of knowledge, and that's one of the many things that we love about him, and just another benefit he brings to this show, but a huge crackdown. And here it is, too. So it's the biggest ever crackdown, which means at some point they had another one, a beauty contest for these things, a crackdown on it. So what happened? So they judge these camels based on the shape of their head. their necks.
Humps.
What else?
I'm gonna go hair.
Posture. So their lips have been stretched out, and their nose is stretched out as well. They use hormones to boost them breast muscles. Their heads and lips had Botox.
Okay, so we're talking about implant. We're talking about fixing up the beauty contest so that they look good with some augmentation, right? Which is not fair. I think we've said that's not fair either, right?
Have you seen the amount of cargo theft going on?
It's crazy. Well, it's Christmas time. I mean,
it's Christmas time, but let's go a little deeper than that. What the old saying, drive safe, Dave. You know the old saying?
There's a lot of
freight at risk. Freight at rest.
Is freight at risk.
Is freight at risk.
100%.
And there's a lot of freight at rest right now.
Oh, there is.
You think about California right now, those containers just sitting there
everywhere.
And sitting there and sitting there. Freight at rest. Freight at rest is freight at risk.
That's correct.
And it's a reminder to you out there is that you've got to think about that on a holiday. When you pick up that load of TVs, that washers and dryers. And listen, it's got to be an item that somebody can sell. You know, if you're hauling a load of trash bags, they're probably not going to mess around with that.
Or trash.
Trash. They don't want that. If you have TVs, you have something that they can turn around and sell quick. That's what they're after. And when you pull a load out anytime during the week, right? You pull down a Friday and you're delivering it 200 miles away on a Monday. Well, listen, that freight at rest, sitting on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
Somewhere.
Yes, it's freight at risk because they know what you did. They know that you pulled out that LG Electronics, that Whirlpool Yard, that GE, that Samsung. They know that you pulled out and you just went a couple hundred miles. You took the load home. You parked it where you always park it at. Drive safe, Dave. Before we went to Buckle Up Bob and got the weather, and we're going to have time for videos. Don't worry, Bob, and talk about safety. This is absolutely the safety portion. I did get some information on odd beauty contests around the world. So here we go. Here's one here. Odd ones. How about that? We have Miss Klingon Empire. Miss Klingon Empire. Drive safe, Dave. Where does this occur? Come on.
I'm going to have to go L.A.
Yes. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia.
Should have known.
0 for 1. Here we go. And you know what? You'll know this because we gave the answer. Miss Camel, Saudi Arabia. We heard that already. Here we go. Miss Pinup. And before you go anywhere, this is a place where you travel back in time to the 50s and you dress up like in the 50s. Drive safe. Where's this at?
Huh? I'm going to say Pinup Hollywood.
North Carolina.
New Zealand.
Oh.
0 for 2. This is weird. Hold on a second. We're not done yet,
I
though.
don't even think
We have
Pinup's
more.
originated in New Zealand.
Mr. Earth. Mr. Earth. Ooh, that's a good guess.
Mr. Earth, I'm going to go Denmark.
Philippines. Manila, Philippines. In case you ever want to go there, drive safe, Dave. Miss Senior America. Ms. Senior America.
Miami, Florida.
Atlantic City, New Jersey. Wow. You know what? I will give you, if you miss this one, there's something wrong with you.
Uh-oh.
The Goldfish Beauty Pageant.
The Goldfish Beauty Pageant.
Anyone?
Golden
China.
Gate, San Francisco.
China. There you go.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
Koi
job.
ponds, the big
Come
giant
on,
goldfish.
Come on. We're getting almost done. We only have 2 more to go. Miss Barbie. Miss Barbie. Come on now. Miss Barbie. And it's an actual Barbie doll.
Chicago.
Venezuela. I know that was your second one. And drive safe, Dave.
Wow.
For the last one here, it's
You're
the
over.
ugly face competition. Ugly face competition.
Texas.
Spain.
Oh,
Spain. So for somebody that sure knows a lot about everything, you were 0 for there, sir. Buckle up, Bob. What do we got for safety?
We have got lane changes. Great videos, video you and Drive Safe Dave was doing. And the fourth one is, hey, make sure, and we see it all the time. We've actually seen it on some videos this week. Make one at a time. You must go through the process each lane. Don't jump 2, 3, 4. You all seen what the four-wheelers do to you when you do it. You must slow down, be patient, make them one at a time. Things we see all the times on these videos, things change every second, right? It's not every mile, it's every second things can change, especially in traffic. You've got to avoid the urge, even though you've looked in your mirror and it looks clear, you've got to avoid the urge of jumping 2 lanes at once. Take one, keep your blinker on, and then recheck your mirrors, make sure somebody hasn't come out of somewhere that you couldn't see, and then safely make the next one. But you have to do that. Many accidents happen from motorists trying to make 2 or 3 lane changes at one time in one move.
I would almost say, Bob, don't leave your blinker on. Turn it off for a second, and then turn it on again, and that way everybody knows your intention and that you didn't have your left blinker, that non-changing blinker.
I think that's a good point because I have done that before where I was like, okay, did they leave it on or are they going to do something else?
Absolutely.
And you're right. When you turn it off, you've signaled and then turn it back on. They know that you're watching
Correct.
what you're doing. That's a good point. Drive safe. And speaking of videos,
All right.
man, oh man, this is too common out there. Where are the police when you need them? They're there when I do something stupid. Passing on the shoulder again. And just dangerous. Great job by this driver. As you can see, the motorcycle on one side, and I can't tell. It looked like there was some speeding going on the right lane. Just a lot of chaos going on here that the driver has to do. But the reason the driver can react to all the chaos, look at all the space, and the speed was about 7 to 10 miles under the limit. So great job here by this driver.
And also on that patience, not going into that left lane and cutting off the motorcycle. That shouldn't be passing over there. That's where we talk about the patience, the bad things that can happen. Staying focused, keeping the high road, not having that temptation that says, you know what, he's not passing me on that shoulder. That's what we want to make sure. That's not or having the patience, not let. Did I say allow him to?
Wow.
Oh man, not one, but 2, right? Here comes another one, I think. There he is. 2 trucks passing in the no passing zone. And again, yep, this is Colorado. Folks, this is probably, as we see, more videos happen here. And so, again, what you can learn from these videos, if you're a driver listening, right? Be mindful that other drivers out there that need to be on BCB Live and listen to this and see this hotspot would know, but you all know out there, hey, I got to be patient here and I got to be expecting somebody to do something extremely dangerous, which is passing in the no passing zones, and then 2 trucks do it. And again, this truck here, great speed management.
This is just
taking it
3
easy.
trucks.
I was going to count. I
Was
count
it
3 as well.
The
So
first one already
one,
went around.
Second
This
one,
is the second
and
one.
here's the third one
and
coming
this is
right
the third
here.
one. This is 3 trucks.
But what I
in a
do
row.
like on this is Bob, the driver of the vehicle we see right here, is probably slowing down a little bit to let all 3 of them in.
Yes.
And that's what we like too. When you see something going on out there, don't go fast. Don't try to prevent them from passing you. Let them pass you. Let them get in front of you and give them that space.
Yeah, and then is there? And I was just curious. And I'm almost tempted to believe there might be some communication going on in the CB. It may be possibly, hey, come on around. All right, you're good. Come on in. There might be some other types of communication going on here, but yeah, it is a good video. Three in a row.
No passing zone.
All right, here we're going to get the big picture, speed and space, right? And all the distractions. Oh, great job by the driver in this video. Look at that. That car had to swerve, but this driver was able to stop in their lane with plenty of pavement. We always talk, we love to see the pavement when you are able to stop, and that is speed management here and space management. Driver was continually slowing down and able to stop, almost come to a complete stop and not have to swerve.
So I counted about 2, maybe 2 1/4 seconds. I think we needed to be a little bit further. I'm sure we were going a little slower than 65. We see the orange signs up ahead. We know there's trouble ahead. Again, if we're counting out loud, and drive safe, count for me when this goes through one more time. Show us how to do it.
1001, 1002. Yeah, that's it.
1001, 1002.
3,
Make sure we're doing some counting on that just to give us a little bit more space if needed. Again, I don't know the speed of the vehicle here at all.
52 miles an hour.
Gotcha.
So
but we
great
want to
job.
make sure, again, we have the ability to stop. You did it. Great job.
All right. Hey, again, another driver adjusting for the weather. You can see a little bit of, looks like it's trying to freeze, a little bit of flurries blowing across the road. It's one of those treacherous times where, again, speed was down to in the 40s, the mid 40s. This driver doing a great job. Hey, mindful of there, watch your wipers as they get stuck, right? They start to ice up. Find a place to pull over, keep them clean so that you don't create another dangerous situation. But all in all, great job by this driver slowing down. The roads look pretty clear. It looks like more blowing snow than anything. But again, being that extra cautious and being safe. Great job by this driver adjusting to weather.
Drive safe, Dave. Before we leave this one here, blowing snow at nighttime can make it difficult sometimes, depending on how much snow is going across, to see the roadway as well, right?
Absolutely. You can actually lose the roadway if it's completely covered, and you can get snow blindness as well. I mean, where it's all white, it's saturated in white, and you can make it, and it will disorient you out there on the road. You won't know where you are, you won't know how fast you're going, and you won't be able to tell. It actually becomes a very scary situation because you become disoriented because of the terrain and what happens out there.
Yeah, and the roads can be fine. However, if you can't see the roads, that leads to other issues.
Absolutely.
Yes, and our last one, again, great job. Stale green reminder, right? Driver going slow enough to be able to stop here. These are in these rural conditions. You know, I guess, you know, when we get to the point where we can be a little bit critical and learn better, again, we want to be safe, but we want to be the safest. So there's always, sometimes there's safe, safer, and safest. Again, I didn't see a sign, but I would say the speed limit in through here is 35, and this truck is going 35. So probably in these suburban areas where there's a lot of houses and side streets and alleys, you want to really get under that 35. Now, you don't have to go 35. You got stoplights. Maybe if you want to really be critique and be that safest driver, knock it down a little